Hello everybody, I'm here in Ledigos at one of my favourite albergues, La Marina albergue. Between all the Caminos I've done, it's been about 1,000 kilometres now, so I think just over. So what a perfect time to show you exactly what I've got with me, so that you can tell exactly what you should bring and what you shouldn't. So let's start with the pack here at the front, because I suppose that all counts a bit. I generally wear obviously shoes and socks. That's going to happen. I've got my shorts, just running shorts I like to wear, underwear underneath, a t-shirt, I've got my watch, and in here I still carry a COVID mask. It's not needed anymore for public transport, but if you need to go into a pharmacy or certainly a health centre, they do like you to be wearing one. I carry my coins in the front. And then in here I've just got one little DCF pouch with my money in. I've got a Ziploc bag with my passport and credentials. This is a little pack with these microphone things really, and a set of Apple AirPods so that I can do my video editing in peace. That's it, that's all I've got in there. And a little torch. Tiny little torch. This is Nightcore Tiny 2. The battery lasts for about 4 weeks on its lowest setting. Outside of the pack then, in my side, nothing in that one. And this one this is my spare water bottle, which is also a filter. This is the Catadine Be-Free 1 litre. So for some of the Caminos I've been doing, this works for mountain streams and things like that, where there's not the same infrastructure and fountains like you get on the Frances. And can't go into June without a little bit of suntan lotion. It's probably only about this much in it, which will be enough. No point carrying a full 100 millilitres of liquid that I don't need. Let's leave them down there for now. In the front is my waterproof jacket. It's about 300 grams, this one, but I'm really thankful I had this, because the amount of rain that occurred in May, great for Spain, not great so much if you're walking through it and the mud, but this worked really well. It's a French brand, Kimalp or something. It's a running jacket, worked okay. And in my secret pockets on the bottom, I have a cap, little really light mountain equipment cap. And you'll have seen on some of the other videos, this is a DCF kilt that I would just wear around there just to keep the shorts dry, going with the jacket that weighs about 35 grams. There's really no weight to that. I have one side pocket as well, and all that I've got in there is suntan lotion for the face, a little bit of factor 50, and some anti-chafing gel, which is my main thing that I use on my feet if it's going to be a really long day. Halfway through the day, if I'm feeling the feet just need a little bit of something, I pop a bit of that on. A little bit of a luxury. My water bottle, main water bottle, is just a Smart Water disposable bottle that I keep on the front strap, and a selfie stick here for doing some of the vlogs. Okay, what's inside? Albergue shoes. These are Hoka 1 Recovery, Hoka 1 Aura, I think actually they're called, recovery slides. Very light, and actually they're nice on your feet at the end of the day. I have a little DCF pouch, very light, which is just my charging cables and the plug to put in the outlet there to charge my phone and various electronic devices. This is my nighttime bag. Again, luxuries, so prescription reading glasses, eye mask. my earplugs, real luxury item, Bose Sleep Buds 2. There is a review on my channel of these two. These are perfect. They actually play sounds of like a fire or rain or wind or whatever, and it really does mask the sound of everything if you get some crazy snorers going on. And an extra power bank. This is the lightest power bank you can get. It's by Nightcore. It's the NB10000, ludicrously light. I bought 2 of these. I probably, other than a few days, could have got by with just 1 of these, so I could be 150 grams lighter than all of this, but there were a few days where I did actually need to, so you have to balance that, don't you? The 150 grams, is it worth it for those couple of days? Maybe not. My laundry, love it or hate it. This is my scrubber. It really works for me because it conserves water. You just put enough water in, and then you can leave it to soak. You can swish it around. You can be having a vino tinto in your food if you like, while kind of scrubbing it with your feet under the table. So you get a much better wash than just hand washing, and you're not hogging all of the sinks while other people are waiting to have a shave or brush their teeth or whatever. I've got 3 pegs in there as well for hanging stuff up, really light, minky pegs in an unusual colour. Toiletry bag, the usual stuff in here. I've got soap in a Matador soap bag, bit of deodorant, toothpaste, tablets, so again saves on the liquid, very light. You just chew a little bit to get it going, get that started. I've got a razor, and I've got my tiny toothbrush, and then I've just got a couple of these TP flossy type things in the bottom there. So not a lot to that. This is my chest pack. I generally carry this to the front. It straps to the front of my straps for easy access, so I don't have to keep taking my pack off. And all I've got in here is a bag with receipts for tax purposes, couple of things to, you know, polish the lens on my phone and things like that, and my emergency tiny torch. These are for bikes, I think. Battery lasts forever, and it weighs seriously nothing as an emergency torch. That's all that's in there. What else have we got? Okay, this is my clothes bag. This is a tent bag, actually, by a company called Lightwave. Really light, but this is the one that I keep all of my clothes in. So what have I got in clothes? Well, I'm barefoot at the moment, so we'll discount the 1 pair of socks because I'd normally be wearing those as part of my clothing. So I have a spare pair of underwear. This is my towel that would normally go with the toiletry stuff, quick drying microfiber towel. Quite a big one I bought this time as a bit of a luxury. A spare t-shirt, spare pair of socks. If I'm going out in the evening and it's cold, these are just a really cheap pair of kind of like I don't know what you'd call them, but yeah, they cost absolutely nothing. So they're there. I can just dump them if I want to. Long sleeve top. This was great for May, not so useful now in June, but it's expensive. Don't want to throw it away. It's a couple of 100 grams. That's the other sock. I've got a down jacket. Again, hugely useful in May, and I sleep in it a couple of times as well, because I don't have a sleeping bag, as you'll see. So if you're taking something lighter than a full sleeping bag, this doubles as your extra layer of warmth when you need it. And lastly, a small waterproof wallet at the bottom, which has my health card for Europe and a spare credit card, just in case something went horribly wrong and I lost all my money. I've still got some way of surviving left in the bottom of here. I think we're almost coming to the end of it now. A silk liner, that's what I've got. No sleeping bag required for me between the start of May and the end of September. That's plenty. This, by the way, all this is in, this is called Nio Flume. So it's a plastic bag within my backpack, so I don't need a backpack cover. But it's a really good pack anyway, that's almost waterproof. But then with everything tucked into here inside the pack, then everything I need keeps dry without one of those annoying covers. A little bit of first aid, not for me really, but only a tiny little bit there. Some spare earplugs, nail clippers, one little bandage, some wipe and a couple of plasters really. And this wouldn't normally be here, but I got some certificates this time. I picked up a halfway one while making the video, and there's a Lebaniego Compostela as well from Camino Lebaniego that I did, and a shell on the front. That's all it is. This will now be substantially less than 4 kilos. Probably about 4 kilos once I add the photography stuff in, like my drone and everything. So that's about 10 pounds. Plenty. Don't need any more than that. I hope this was useful. I'm going to put this pile of junk back inside now and go and get me a coffee. If you're going this year, have a buen camino, everybody.